Hey, welcome to One Hot Bite. Melissa here, and welcome to day 2 of 12 holiday cookies. So today we're gonna make, yesterday was an Italian, German, Mexican style cookie. Today is a German style cookie, and it's a Lebkuchen cookie. These are very spicy. They resemble a ginger snap, but they have candied orange and they have almonds in it. These are a very in-depth cookie and just they bring a ton of flavor. So before we get started, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys watching and enjoying our holiday cookies, and let's get baking. But before we do, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and we're gonna get started. These cookies come off totally different than the cookies we did yesterday. We are going to heat our first ingredients, which is brown sugar, honey, butter, and some dark molasses. So you just need to bring this over medium heat for about 3 minutes, just until all of the sugar dissolves and it becomes this nice creamy texture. So you're going to see how I bring in all of our ingredients. A little secret I learned about honey in a measuring cup to get it all out is if you put a little hot water in your measuring cup before you add your honey and things like that, you can also use a light oil and it will come out much easier. So anyhow, little tip there. So this is going to go on the burner for about 3 minutes. We're going to get it to this beautiful creamy sugary texture. We're going to pour this in a bowl and set it aside and bring it to room temperature while we work on our other ingredients. The other ingredients that we're going to eventually add to this once it's cool is candied orange. So I got candied orange from Trader Joe's, and these are awesome. I only need a half a cup for the full recipe. Again, everything will be down below. Just going to chop this up. It doesn't have to be fine and it doesn't have to be coarse. It can just be kind of in between there. They kind of melt up a little bit inside the cookie as you bake them. The other thing we're going to add is a little instant coffee, an egg, and then finally, diced almonds are going to go in there as well. And we're going to mix that up. And this is super easy. You don't need a huge mixer or anything. I'm just using a whisk through most of this. This is a very large ingredient recipe, I want to say. There's a lot of spices that go into this, but it's really not a difficult recipe to make at all. Now we're going to put together our dry ingredients. We're going to have the usual suspects. We're going to have flour, and then this is where all the spices come in. We have cinnamon, baking soda, cardamom, ground cloves, ground ginger, and you are going to mix those wet and dry ingredients together. Sorry I don't have a video piece on that, but it's simple. You're going to sprinkle a little flour on a surface. We're going to drop out that dough, and it is super sticky. So you're going to bring it out onto this floured surface with floured hands, and you're going to knead it for about 1 minute. You just want to kind of incorporate all of these flavors and ingredients. As soon as you have it all incorporated, you're going to form it into a ball. We're going to wrap it in plastic wrap, and it's going to go in the refrigerator and chill for at least 24 hours. When that comes out, you're going to have this little disc. You're going to uncover it, and now we are going to roll it out. Divide your dough in half or fourths if you did the full recipe, and our goal here is to get it to an 8 by 6 inch rectangle. I'm kind of close, but this works. So I just use my butcher knife. Later on I bring out my pastry scraper to pick these up, but the knife cuts great. You're going to cut these into 3 inch by 1 inch little rectangles. Super easy. And again, your dough is super sticky, so just bear with it. It's delicious and it will be wonderful. And these are the little squares you're going to get that come out, or rectangles. You're going to place them on a baking sheet covered in parchment paper. You're going to bake them in the oven at 325 for 20 minutes. While they're baking, you're going to mix together an icing. That's just powdered sugar and lemon juice. It is super thick. It's almost like a glue consistency. And you're going to sprinkle this or spritz it over the top of all your warm cookies. And they come out absolutely delicious and so beautiful. So all of these cookies I'm bringing to you in this next 12 days or 11 days now, they are great gifts for your neighbors or friends. They're easy to bake. Everything is not that super intense or, you know, requires a lot of baking ability because I'm not a baker per se. I've gotten way better at it over the years. But anyhow, I want to show you these cookies. They're beautiful. These are so pretty in a box or a jar or something you want to give to your neighbors. So let's give it a taste. You can see how they kind of break nice and soft. They smell with all those spices. Let's give it a taste. See, this is a totally different cookie than yesterday. Very spicy, very wintry. The little icing over the top adds that little sweet. This is a very, very good cookie as well. So thank you again so much for being here. I'm gonna have another cookie for you tomorrow, or actually we're gonna be bringing you a brownie tomorrow. So we will see you tomorrow.